Stop everything. What I'm about to reveal will turn the NFL world upside down. An unprecedented, earth-shattering move that no one saw coming, but now is on the verge of happening right now. I'm talking about a secret so explosive, so hidden in the shadows of the league's deepest corners, that it could change the entire balance of power across the AFC. This isn't just another rumor. This is a covert operation unfolding behind closed doors, with insiders confirming that a superstar of the highest caliber is about to be traded. A player so vital, so game-changing, that his very name could shake the foundations of this league. Imagine the chaos in the Ravens front office right now. Phones ringing off the hook, executives whispering in encrypted codes, NBC, ESPN, and NFL Network cameras waiting on standby, because the revelation of this deal could redefine what we thought was possible in NFL trades. I've got sources that have just confirmed something so confidential, so explosive, that I can't even say it out loud without risking the league's tightest security. This is the kind of move that makes teams reconsider their entire strategies, and I promise you, the next few hours are critical. If you think you've seen everything in NFL offseason speculation, think again. Because what I'm about to tell you isn't just a rumor, it's an impending seismic shift. The Ravens, struggling after a frustrating 8-9 season, losing their playoff streak, are making a move that could redefine their entire future. And that move involves a player you've never imagined in purple and black. But who? Now, sit tight, hold your breath, because I'm about to reveal the first piece of this puzzle. But trust me, what's coming next will blow your mind. The Ravens have been desperate, searching for months, scrambling behind the scenes, making secret visits to private jets, orchestrating clandestine meetings with agents and handlers. They've been looking for a game changer, a player with the perfect blend of size, skill, and clutch ability. And in these shadowy negotiations, a name kept circling in the whispers, one that could shift the entire NFL landscape. Yet I'm not going to say it straight away. No, that would ruin the mystery. For now, I can tell you this: the Ravens are keen. They are determined. And the player they're targeting is none other than a rising star. An elite talent who has the kind of upside that can instantly transform their offense, and quite possibly reassert their dominance in the AFC. Now I want you to listen closely, because things are about to get even more intense. The organization has been looking at multiple options, scouting, analyzing, crunching numbers late into the night, while flanking the NFL's most powerful agencies. Private jets have been seen landing in Las Vegas for secret meetings. Rumors swirl about clandestine visits to San Diego. Confidential conversations are happening that could reshape the NFL's hierarchy. And then, they found HIM. The player who fits their exact blueprint, who matches their needs like a puzzle piece locked into place. A player with a blend of youth, talent, and proven production, someone the league respects deeply but no one would have suspected as a Ravens target. The sort of player they've been eyeing in secret, waiting for the perfect storm. All right, enough suspense. Because now I'm going to reveal exactly who they're targeting, and trust me, this is the kind of deal that will be remembered for decades. I'm talking about Daniel Bellinger? Yes. Daniel Bellinger, one of the NFL's most intriguing young tight ends, about to become a Baltimore Raven. And this isn't just some off-the-cuff move by a desperate franchise. No, this is a calculated, strategic masterstroke spearheaded by a genius GM operating behind a curtain of secrecy, and the reasons are staggering. Now let's dive into the specifics of why Daniel Bellinger is the player they've chosen, and how this move will forever alter the NFL landscape. Starting with the man himself, Daniel George Bellinger, 25 years old, standing at an imposing 6'6", weighing around 253 pounds. He's a product of San Diego State, a third-year player with a rising profile, fast becoming one of the most promising tight ends in the league. Through his first 2 seasons, he's accumulated 55 receptions, 523 yards, and 5 touchdowns, quietly showing flashes of brilliance that hint at a much bigger future. Bellinger's game is built on a sturdy, big-bodied frame that can carve out space against the fiercest defenses. His hands are reliable, often making clutch catches in traffic, and his ability to block, though not elite, is serviceable enough to fulfill multiple roles in a versatile offense. What stands out is his vision after the catch, This kid is a twitchy, sudden athlete capable of shaking defenders and extending plays in crucial moments. But it's not just his physical tools that make him irresistible. Bellinger's contract situation is a goldmine for the Ravens. He's entering free agency after signing a modest 4-year, $4.45 million rookie deal, a bargain in today's NFL. His market value? That's the fascinating part. Bellinger's profile, age, versatility, and emerging production puts him in the range of a mid-tier extension, maybe $6.8 million per year, but with enormous upside. Why would Baltimore target him? Their current roster desperately needs youth and explosiveness at tight end. Mark Andrews, their franchise cornerstone, is aging, and behind him there's a real question mark. Bellinger could step in as a future starter, filling a role that combines blocking, red zone threat, and short yardage reliability. His route running, though not yet elite, is promising, an area where a top-tier coaching staff could maximize his potential. Imagine him lining up next to Lamar Jackson, running crossing routes, sneaking into the red zone, creating mismatches that defenses simply can't handle. In terms of style, Bellinger is a slightly twitchy athlete. Think of a younger version of a Gronk or a Kittle, big enough to hold his ground, quick enough to make defenders miss, and with hands that stick out in clutch moments. His vertical jump, combined with his size, makes him a red zone nightmare, something very few tight ends in the league can offer. And if the Ravens get him, his production in 2026 could skyrocket. Imagine a season where he surpasses 50 receptions, 600 yards, and 8 touchdowns, becoming Lamar Jackson's favorite target in clutch moments. Now, beyond the stats, what does this mean for the league? Well, NFL insiders are whispering that this kind of move could set a precedent. A team like Baltimore, known for their defensive grit and innovative offense, adding a dynamic tight end of Bellinger's potential. That's a game changer. The ripple effects are massive. You see, the NFL is a league of chess. Every move, every trade, every signing is meticulously calculated. And inside sources are saying that Ravens' front office has been operating in the shadows, doing their homework, analyzing Bellinger's game tape, tracking his development, and plotting this blockbuster move for months. They see in him the perfect weapon, a young, cheap, high-upside player who can grow into a future All-Pro. But it's not just about potential. High-ranking NFL officials are calling Bellinger one of the most underrated talents in the league, and some even suggest that the Ravens view him as a future franchise player. The kind of guy who, with the right coaching, could dominate defenses for years. And here's where it gets even more compelling. Rival teams, especially AFC contenders like the Chiefs and Bengals, are already scrambling trying to block this deal behind the scenes. There's fierce competition. The Ravens are not just interested, they're willing to make this happen at any cost. Funds are being reallocated, negotiations are heating up, and the league's best agents are on high alert. Sources close to the Ravens report that the organization has already prepared insane performance clauses for Bellinger, massive bonuses for 1,000-yard seasons, Pro Bowl appearances, playoff performances. The kind of incentives that make him not just a player, but a franchise-defining legend in the making. And the impact? Well, insiders say that if this move goes through, the entire AFC North will have to recalibrate their defenses. Because Daniel Bellinger in Baltimore's offense isn't just a tight end. He becomes a matchup nightmare, a player capable of turning games upside down, creating mismatches that forces defenses to change their entire game plan. But why now? Why this sudden urgency? Well, the Ravens are reportedly seeking to finalize this deal within the next 48 hours. The offseason begins with chaos, and this trade could be the spark that ignites a new era for Baltimore. Imagine the headlines: Ravens' secret weapon unveiled. Daniel Bellinger joins Baltimore dynasty. It's the kind of move that cements a team's legacy for decades. And here's the kicker: this isn't just about now. This is about a future where Baltimore becomes a juggernaut, a team that can compete at the highest level annually, with a roster that's reloaded with youth, talent, and grit. With Bellinger in their ranks, they're not just competing, they're dominating. So now the question lingers: will this deal happen? Are the Ravens about to shock the league and steal this rising star from the Giants? Mark my words, the next 48 hours are going to be a whirlwind. An avalanche of news, leaks, and bombshells that will redefine everything we thought we knew about NFL trades this offseason. This is not just a rumor. It's an impending reality, and I am telling you, when the dust settles, the NFL world will never be the same. Remember this moment, because what's coming next will be legendary, and for those of you who think this is just speculation, just wait. Because very soon, the league's most guarded secret will become the headline that everyone's talking about. Now, stay tuned. The countdown has begun, and the next chapter of NFL history is about to be written with ink so bold, so explosive, that it will echo through the ages. This isn't just a trade, it's a revolution, and it's happening right now.